Why do woke people look like this? My aesthetics waiting channel. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's watch it.
At a woke person and wondered, why did you choose to look like this? People on like the woke side of politics will typically try and look a certain way. These people will most stereotypically dye their hair a primary color, get some nose piercings, maybe like a few tats.
Oh my god, look at this tongue. Jesus Christ. How a person just decide like that, like, I will become a fucking snake. I don't know, man. He's just incredible. Look at this hair. Oh my god, look. How he thought that this was a good idea. I don't understand what these people have in their heads. I just can't. It's like it's impossible. It's almost it's insane by itself. It's insanity itself by trying to understand the mind of insane, I guess.
For women, they'll have like that really strange haircut where it's like half a fringe, like it doesn't, they don't commit to like the full.
Oh my god, this is so weird. This is so freaking weird. Oh, Jesus
fringe.
Christ.
It seems like all of it is just to like draw attention to themselves. It's kind of like a poison dart frog. Like they're trying to like draw attention to themselves with like this crazy combination of colors and unorthodox things that you would see in nature.
Yeah, it's like literally they're saying, I'm dangerous, I'm poisonous. Like, I think I've seen this somewhere else. I thought I saw this in out of it. I think it was a Sydney Watson video. I don't remember. I reacted to some similar stuff before, and it was exactly the same thing. Like, they are so colored to show how dangerous they are, you know, like, wow, amazing.
Nature. And I always like question like, what's the
oh, there is a combination here, a combination
and unorthodox things.
Wait. Here we have not just the colored thing, but also the nose ring theory. My God, it's doubling down the dangerous stuff, you know, the red flags.
Things that you would see in nature. And I always like question like, what's the internal logic? Why would a woman consciously choose to make her hair blue? Why would?
Oh my God, I really. I'm sorry that I'm pausing all this time, but it's shocking. It's like they try. I mean, of course, we know that they are not trying, like, they are like making themselves looking terrible, looking worse. We know that, and probably they know that as well, because I can't believe that they look at themselves in the mirror and think that this looks nice. They don't, so they are intentionally trying to look worse, I guess. That's my opinion. And the thing is that I've said it sometimes before. It's not easy to look like this. They actually make a lot of effort in trying to look ugly, and this is what surprised me at most. They actually put more effort in trying to look ugly, actually trying to look good. They're actually trying to look good. I think it's easier for you to look pretty than you look like this, in my opinion, you know? So, I gotta say that there's a lot of effort here in looking weird like that. There's a lot of effort in this.
Consciously choose to make her hair blue. Why would she choose to get a bull ring in her nose? Why would she make these decisions? What's the internal logic here? It's like drawing attention to yourself in the
It is to challenge this oppressive patriarchal society that we taint our hairs like that.
Cheapest way possible. It's like going up to people with like a bell and like ringing it in their face like, hey, look at me, look at me. Yeah, I guess that does get attention, right? Like people will look at you, but it's not necessarily for a good reason. It's like very obnoxious. It's getting attention in like a very obnoxious way. It's like just assaulting people's eyes with like bright colors, right? And like I've never seen someone that was like above a 5 out of 10 have hair dyed a primary color, like blue, green, purple. I've never seen a man or woman that was above a 5 out of 10 choose to dye their hair in those colors. And I think a reason for that is when you know that your face is subpar and you just don't look that good, you kind of have to like distract people from it. Whereas if you had like a genuinely like good looking face, like you are like a 7 out of 10, why would you bother putting on all these bells and whistles?
I don't think it's justifiable because I really saw many times very pretty people, like very pretty girls that they really enshittified themselves by becoming woke. Like they just became so ugly, so unjustifiably ugly that it's a crime, you know. It's really a crime. And you see the photos of the before and after of them, and you cannot say that they are like painting their hair with these colors to distract of their ugliness because they were pretty before. A lot of them were very pretty before, and I don't understand why they decide to become so ugly. So I don't believe that this is true. This is, of course, a lot of them are just ugly. We know that they are ugly anyway, but they would be less ugly if they don't do this to themselves, you know? Yeah. And that's why I don't believe that, because there is also very pretty people that decide to become ugly out of a sudden like that. Like I don't know.
To distract people. You kind of want people to just look at your face, right? Like, have you ever seen those like Antifa mugshots? And they look like raiders in a Fallout thing.
Jesus
They're
Christ.
all like definitely under 5.
It looks like I'm looking
and,
to
like,
fabled characters.
It looks like they're irradiated. Like they look like something has gone wrong. And, you know, of course, a lot of them will have like nose rings and earplugs and like blue hair.
Yeah.
Whatever,
all the red
flags. And you kind of don't see good looking people do this. If you're like a woman and you're a Victoria's Secret model or...
I don't agree with you. I've seen many times. I've seen... I cannot recall now, okay? But I've seen many times very pretty people before their wokeism and after that wokeism, and was like heaven and hell, you know. There are pretty people that decide to become ugly like that. There are, you know. So I don't think that, oh, I look bad, so I will become woke. So I have I will like paint my hair and put a lot of things and tattoos and piercings and etc. on my face so I look weird. And no one will blame me for being ugly because I just done all of this to myself, you know, like I don't know what I don't know what leads one person to do that, but I've seen pretty people that decide to become this ugly as well. I don't understand. Maybe they saw themselves as ugly, but they were pretty, but they thought that they were, yeah. So in that case, that would make sense. But I don't understand how they before becoming woke could look at themselves at the mirror, like when they're pretty, and decide to become ugly. Because I've seen pretty people that became ugly after wokeism. Yeah. So there's this people as well.
Had that equivalence in looks. Why would you get a nose ring? Why would you get purple hair? Like, you're already getting enough attention, and you're getting attention in like a very like organic and, you know, desirable way. Why would you want to ring a bell in people's faces, right? And, you know, these people are often like very much disliked, unless you're like in like these specific bubbles that they operate in. Outside of it, people like this are like really disliked. And I think like one of the reasons, like aside from like the obvious like political disagreements, right? I think like instinctually people get that this woke look is kind of insincere.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why you did that to yourself? You see, he's not even ugly. I would say that he is like average. I don't know. And they just did that to himself, you know? I mean, just try to imagine this person without this and this and this. And you see that it's an average person. It's not ugly at all. Like, why do that to yourself? Oh my god.
If you talk to these people, you'll very quickly realize that they're actually kind of boring. Despite like them trying to like portray themselves as these like super countercultural, outspoken rebels, They're not. They have like the safest opinions like you'll ever hear. Like, have you ever heard a talking point that was like new, that you haven't heard before from someone that had purple hair? Never.
No, they are all, it's what I see the most, I guess. They are all equal in mentality. They have all the same thoughts, like if they are all connected, it's like if was 1 giga, a huge brain like that sends his thoughts to every walk on the planet. So they all think the same, and their minds are all connected to this one mind, and they all think the same as this one mind. It's something like that. It's very weird.
What would you change about the Constitution, if anything? And that is my note answering this question. Have a good one.
In fact, people like this
Oh
often
my
have
God.
talking points that are the same as a Fortune 500 HR department. It is like the most mainstream establishment talking points. Like,
It's all the same thing. They are, and this is the most weird of all. They think that they are doing this to themselves. They are like become different from the crowd, like, oh, I'm different because I paint my hair and I'm on that minority. No, you're just become. You're not becoming different. You become equal to all of them. They all think the exact same things, do the exact same things, like practice the exact same things. Oh my God. I'm sorry. They all practice the same exact things. It's like they all have the same one brain. They all think exactly the same. You're not becoming different. You're becoming equal to this said minority. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, really. Like, I think at this point everyone is already tired of this stuff. Like, everyone knows already what we're gonna talk about. What it's weird and it's funny at the same time. It's cringe.
like you could ever imagine. They'll never say anything that would get them ejected from a job interview in a Fortune 500 corporate.
Exactly. It's like they're always stepping on nags, because everything they say needs to be what the crowd repeats, what their crowd repeats. You cannot go like one toe outside of that. Really, I will not even say 1 foot. It's 1 toe outside of that, and you're already done. You're already out of the group,
interview. Like, they'll never say anything like that because their opinions, like, despite them wanting.
It's literally a mental jail. They live in a mental jail, They it's like they live in a mind prison. They cannot think. They need to become in this little square of being dumb, of having the same few thoughts that are not even much, like are very little thoughts. And if they think one bit outside of it, boom, they are done.
You to think they're like this countercultural rebel. They're not. Like, BlackRock agrees with them. So it's like, how are you like this, like, rebel? Like, it doesn't follow. Here's a litmus test. If you speak to, like, a average corporate HR department and they like what you're saying, or they agree with what you're saying, or don't see a problem with what you're saying, you're not a rebel. Almost by definition, it's almost ontologically true that you're not a rebel, because like that is like the establishment of our times, right? Now, on the other hand,
Exactly.
I think I'm genuinely outspoken, and I definitely have a rebellious streak to me. Ever since I was like a little child, I've been like rebellious, right? That's just part of my personality. And if you look at quote-unquote woke content creators and look at the types of sponsors they get on like their channels on like YouTube and Twitch, it's like the most serious money sponsors you could imagine. BlackRock proxy sponsors like Amazon, insurance companies, phone service, like real serious money like is backing these like so-called rebels, right? On the other hand, like when I look into like my business email for this channel, the last sponsor I got was for a pump. I'm not joking. The type of sponsorship offers I get are for like shoestring and bubblegum. It's pretty obvious that someone like me is not in the establishment. I have much more of a stronger claim to be a rebel than someone getting, sponsors by Audible, right?
And here's like a fun little game I don't even know.
These people, like, if you ask them, what's the most outspoken opinion you have? What's an opinion, a talking point that you have that is gonna be edgy? They're gonna say like some.
All the sponsors opportunities, quote unquote opportunities that I received are all scans. All these guys, like, yeah. That's the type of sponsors I got up until
boring
now.
Shit. Like, they're not going to say anything that's going to blow your mind. They're not going to say anything that's like, whoa, I didn't expect that. I've never heard that before.
Because true feminism at its core is about the safety and equity for women in society. So that women cannot just, it's not about dismantling the family, it's about creating agency for women to choose their lives,
They're not rebels. You know that like phenotype of like that old librarian with her hair bunched up and she's like finger wagging at kids for being too loud in the library? This phenotype didn't go away. It just morphed into this type of woke HR department person. It is the same fusty librarian, finger wagging at kids.
But to be honest, if I had to think about, I'm almost not capable of thinking about what I want to talk, like I just spit out stuff that comes up to my mind, and that's why I say a lot of things that YouTube doesn't like and my country doesn't like as well. So if I would get a sponsor, they will try to limit me even more, and I don't like that. I prefer not having one if I have to stop like saying the things that I want to talk about, I don't like this idea, really. I really don't. I prefer not having one.
But with like a Fortnite skin. It's the same type of person. It's the same personality structure, that's very like strict and orthodox, but just in like another thing. And this is what like these people don't get, because they are like purposefully going against like what was like traditional masculinity or femininity, that they end up becoming a stereotype in themselves. It's like having an oppositional existence to a stereotype.
No one talks about her forehead, okay?
Still makes you a stereotype. They don't get that. Like, if your life is dedicated to not doing what is traditionally for.
Look at this man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Lord have mercy.
As feminine or masculine, you're still a stereotype. You haven't left that box. You've just moved into a different box because you have an oppositional existence. When you have an oppositional existence, you have this tiny little box of things you can say and things you can do and things you can talk about. Whereas someone that's like sincerely expressing what they think and doesn't have like this weird like virtue signaling filter, or is trying to like appeal to like this ideology or something, that's when you can really be you. That's when you can actually be a rebel. You actually will say stuff that people haven't heard before. Anyway, I got 20k subs. That's crazy. Thank you guys so much. I honestly, it means a lot. And yeah, if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll make more videos.
Before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank all of you, my patrons, that support my work here on YouTube, and especially my three-tailed fox tier members, Heath Rowell, Wallen Wolf, Fenny Sylvy, and Zalost, for the incredible support to my work. Thank you very, very much. You guys are amazing. Also, thanks to all of you who supported me through Ko-Fi or Tron. Thank you very, very much. You can support this channel life and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon. Link is in the description below. Yeah, I came back from the future to tell you that I now have 36,000 subscribers. Congrats, by the way. Your channel is very good. I like very much. Yeah, I hope you continue growing like that. Thank everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check the links below. Also my Patreon, Discord, Ko-Fi, and Tron. Support me there so I can get the fuck out of this terrible, evil country that is mine. And I'll see you all guys in the next one. Bye. Have a good day.